Ah, ok, que deje al... Ok, sí, sí, podemos esperar un rato y... Ok, ok, déjame colocar a cargar la laptop y ya empiezo. Ok, hello everybody. We are going to do a live streaming here on Liches of a Simul game. We are going to select 4 or 5 players. Let's see how this goes. Right now, we are selecting some of the challenger here. Let's see. Well, I'm going to select a random candidate, I guess. Okay, here we have the second one. Yeah, there is 15 spectators at the moment. Okay, what is his nickname? Let me. Mhm. Sign. Okay, well, probably maybe these two guys. Okay, we have 4 players. No, I don't remember playing against those opponents the last time. Yeah. Okay, here this is a student. Here we go, Blake. Hello, Blake. Um, yeah. Okay, one more, I guess. There is another request. Okay, well, I'm going to select one more, and that's all. I think I mhm. Okay. There is another one. Okay, okay. Let's play with this 5. I think, yeah, strong opponents. Let's start. Okay. The Master Leo from Canada. Okay, let's play V4 in this game. Okay, Blake. Blake plays the peer defense. So I think I'm going to do something different against Blake in order to don't allow the peer defense, or maybe should I accept the challenge, the theoretical debate? I don't know. I'm going to play F4 against Blake. Okay, here we have a E4 game. Let's play the French defense here. Okay, and Blake is playing still the peer setup. Okay, he's going to play knight f6 and g6, I guess. So let's develop the knight. Okay, let's play solid in this game, 2100. Okay, and here a e4 game. Okay, the master Leo played this gambit with e5. I guess I should capture there. That is not good in the theoretical point of view, but I'm going to try to create some transpositions here with e4. Okay, knight f3. Let's play classical here. I guess knight c6 can be interesting. Also, I was thinking in play the elephant gambit with d5, but I'm going to play solid. Okay. Here, well, there is a lot of options. I'm going to play, let's play an Italian game here. Bishop c4, another Italian game, knight f6. Okay, and Blake did knight d7. Maybe he's looking for some e5 move here. He should keep developing the pieces, so I guess e4 or d4 to take the center. Probably with d4 I can prevent some e5. Okay, let's play e4. This is going to transpose to a kind of close e7. Knight f3. Okay, and here knight c3. This was a little bit unexpected because this move allows the sacrifice of the knight in the center, followed by the fork. I have one of my students that he used to play this variant against a friend who was a taxi driver. So we always joke that this is the taxi driver variation. So let's go for that. Okay, knight f6. Okay. I guess that I can go for the free cleaver attack or just defend the pawn with playing the Giuco pianissimo. Okay, here we have e5. I think that if I push d4, we are getting by transposition, I guess that a kind of Philidor defense, probably the lion variation of the Philidor defense. I'm going to play d4. Okay, bishop c5. I can castle, also c3. I think I'm going to play c3. Okay, here, knight f3. With this order of move, probably white is trying to play e5 against d5 and play a kind of wing gambit. Let's see what white have here. Or maybe the just exchange variant. So let's go d5. Okay, and here we have c5. So my opponent is playing in a greedy style, just preserving the material advantage. I think here I can play kind of gambit with c3, and after the capture and the recapture, I can play against the backward pawn with a pawn of disadvantage, but okay, bishop f7, I need to capture. Exchange very in the French. I have to recapture. Okay, here pawn takes on d4. I can recapture with the knight, but also in this case, I can recapture with the queen because the knight is not on ba to chase the queen. So it's a possibility to consider. I think the capture with the queen is a possible downside of the capture with the queen is that after c6 and d5, bishop c5 comes with a tempo. By principle, I should recapture with the knight, but I guess I'm going to recapture with the queen just to, okay, pawn takes, knight takes e4, d5. Okay, and here we have d4. So I can play bishop d6. Knight f6, the position will be too symmetrical. So in order to avoid the symmetry, I will try to play with the knight via e7. After bishop d6, maybe c4 is the best move. But let's see. Well, also, probably objectively speaking, the better order for black here is knight c6, I guess. Because with knight c6, I can still be flexible, looking for bishop d6 later, and I can leave some time to see what he's gonna do. Okay, short castle. Now I can castle short. Also, there is another plan where I can transfer the knight directly to the king side without castle. That may be interesting. Also, the expansion on the queen side is possible. I'm going to play knight bd2. Okay, here we have this knight c3 move, putting pressure on the pawn on d5. Now I cannot play bishop d6, I guess, because the pawn will be hanging. That was probably a little bit annoying. So bishop b4 makes some sense to me. To pin the knight and prepare some knight g7, I guess, to avoid the symmetry. Okay, knight c3. So in this game, I have a pawn of disadvantage, but some positional compensation because of the backward pawn. Bishop c4 looks okay. Looking for short castle. Okay, and bishop d2. The idea of bishop d2 is prevent the damage in the structure, but as the position is completely symmetrical, really I can play without the bishop pair safely. I guess bishop g4 may be considered. Also knight f6 as well. I think in this particular position, maybe knight f6 makes sense because as I'm going to take on c3 and he will recapture with the bishop, probably he will not pin my knight. So I'm going to play kind of symmetrical because I am ready to give away my bishop pair. So let's do this move. Okay, d6. Now this pawn is defended, what means that this knight is ready to go to the edge of the board to harass the bishop. Probably this move at the moment is not a threat because I have this maneuver to transfer the bishop to c2. So I'm going to continue with this plan, knight f1, to transfer the knight. Okay, he did bishop b5. Now he's ready to do the damage in the structure on c6, but I'm going to castle. Okay, he can go for that, and maybe I can just accept the creation of double pawn. I'm going to castle. Kick developing cannot be bad. h6. Okay, my opponent here was worried about knight g5 with pressure here. Also, I have some queen d5 ideas. He need to play, in that case, he need to play queen e7 to protect f7, and after that I don't have how to, well, queen d5, queen e7, knight b5. He has some knight b4, hitting the queen. Also, he can protect f7 with queen f6 as well. Well, I guess that I should castle here. Let's play. Okay, now short castle. Well, as the king is already castled, I can go for the pin. Remember the rule, don't pin the knight before the enemy king is castled. So now this is not a premature pin anymore. Okay, and here we have a knight g3. Let's see. Yeah, here there is a specific way to play to try to preserve the advantage. Right now, the knight is on 3 knight. So there is a positional pattern that when the knight is in this location, I can try to push the pawn to harass the knight. So also a possible downside of the move is that g5 will be a very big hole, maybe a super strong output for the knight eventually. But it's a move that I can consider. Also, probably I can push e4 right now because he don't have checks, and really that knight don't have too much squares available, I guess. I'm going to play e4 here. Normally, I think that white do the check on g5. In this case, e4 looks very good. But if I remember well, also bishop g4 before e4 can be interesting, but maybe not in this specific position. Here, the knight is out without central control, so I think that the position is asking for this move. Okay, bishop d7. This move is very bad, I guess, because now the queen cannot protect f7 with queen e7 or queen f6. Now, after queen d5, I cannot see any way for black to protect the pawn because the a6 square is used by the knight. So he was, to explain the psychological reasons of this move, my opponent was concerned about knight f6 because he was afraid of the pawn advance. So he's delaying that move, but now it's probably worse. Queen d5. Okay, here we have bishop e6. Probably I should play bishop d3 before this move because now my opponent is ready to do the trade there and I won't be able to kick the pieces on the board. That's a little bit annoying. Here I can trade the bishops, play maybe something like queen b3, bishop e6, pawn takes, queen b3. He have some d5 move, I guess. Also, he can play bishop b3 to try to kick the tension, but he will trade the pieces. Yeah, really, I don't like too much trade the bishops on e6. So I'm going to kick the tension, hoping to... Well, he's ready to play d5 as well. In case of bishop b3, he's ready to play d5. Yeah, putting some pressure in the center. Maybe I can pin the knight there on g5. I'm going to play bishop b3 to kick the tension a little bit. Okay, c6. Yeah, this move looks pretty good because if he reacts in the center with d5, eventually he can play bishop c5. It's one of the variants. So okay, let's play knight c3. The knight on c3 will be controlled by the pawn. Also, he's going to react in the center eventually with d5. I'm not sure about the next move, but I guess that c4 to try to create a Maroczy-Vine structure may be a logical possibility. But I will be delaying a little bit also the development. In this position, I'm going to try to castle. No, so let's play knight c3, bishop d3, long castle. Okay, here we have h3. I think this move is a mistake because I can trade the bishop for the knight, and later probably the pawn on d4 will be hanging. Let's remove the defender. Okay, my opponent played a6 because he was concerned about the pin. But now I have time to play bishop c2. He will play d5 because I don't have the pin on g5 anymore. But in that case, I can play also knight g3 right now. Makes sense. Okay, let's play knight g3. To continue with the plan. Here d4 is falling, so I think that this is an extra pawn. After the capture, he can play maybe something like queen f4 to take my bishop after knight takes on b5, but I am winning a pawn in all the variants. Take the pawn. Okay, finally, black react here in the center with d5. This was kind of expected, so he's ready to trade pawns. I think that maybe now I can castle short just to connect the rook and the queen. Okay, let's castle. Okay, queen d3. Here I can take the, okay, after I take the bishop, he's planning probably, he's trying to recapture with the queen, to attack the pawn and the bishop. So this bishop is blocked by the pawn structure. So really, I'm not sure if I really want to take this bishop because it's kind of misplaced. So I am considering the possibility to play knight e6 and later play c6 to consolidate the pawn structure there. That is what I'm going to do. Now, and also knight e6 prevent the pin on g5. Okay, he took. I can recapture with the knight or with the pawn, but I don't want backward pawn on d3, so let's stay with the pawn. Okay, here knight g1. Maybe here, okay, as the knight is not still on f3, the knight cannot go to g5, so probably, but I am considering h5, knight takes h5, that don't look too good really. Maybe bishop c5. He can try to react with some d4. I can capture en passant, but really, oh, he cannot play d4. I have the knight there. So I like a lot bishop c5 because I will be aiming to f2. Okay, so bishop c5, he's going to play knight g2. Also, I think that I can try, he's going to try to castle short. d3 is incoming as well to undermine the center and challenge the space. So let's see what can I do here. Really, I need to play active. h5, knight takes there, queen h4, knight back to g3. Okay, queen h4, maybe looking for some bishop g4. Yeah, he's incoming with d3. I need to to do something before that. Bishop c5, e3, rook f8, pawn takes. Yeah, really I would like to attack before he can consolidate. Bishop c5, looking for queen f6. Oh, also he have a check here. I can block with g6. There is no more checks after that. Well, let's play bishop d6 or bishop c5, but on d6 I will be blocking the defense on the pawn. Yeah, but on c5 the bishop will be hanging in some variants after the capture, the recapture, the check, and the bishop is hanging here. Yeah, I have the bishop pair, but it's always a little bit unpleasant, you know, the fact that the king is exposed in the center. I have a big advantage in development. Probably, well, I should move the bishop, capture, and rook e8 check, but he will block with knight g2. Bishop c5, e3, queen f6, he have the check on h5. How can I consolidate the position? Maybe bishop e6, but yeah, d3 is so annoying. Bishop c5, d3, queen f6. Check on h5. g6, queen takes d5 check. That don't look good. Well, I really like h5. Knight takes. Maybe queen h4. Knight g3. Bishop c5, d3. I can play bishop g4, but also probably I would like just to stabilize my position somehow. Okay, let's play bishop c5. I am a little bit worried about this move, but okay, a3. I don't want to trade. Bishop d6 makes sense. Bishop d7. I like d6 because there is defended by the pawn. Okay, he trade queens here. I can recapture with the rook. Okay, queen b6. He's offering a queen trade and also putting pressure on b2. If I play bishop e3, he can take the pawn on b2. And rook b1, queen a3. Also bishop c4, maybe bishop c4, d5, pawn takes, bishop c5. But I have a check on e4. So I'm going to play bishop c4 to play bishop b3. Okay, well, the bishop on g5 is hanging. You can just take the bishop. That was a blunder. Okay, knight g4. Putting pressure here on f2. I think that I missed that move. I didn't consider that move. Now I need to play rook f1. I guess that's the unique way to protect the pawn. Okay, knight f6. Bishop b3. If he played d5, I can push e5, bishop c5. I can move the queen back to d2 to cover f2. Okay, also knight g5 attacking on f7. He's going to play d5. Pawn takes, bishop c5. And in that case, I don't have any check on the e file because e5, e4, e3 will be covered. So really, I am a little bit worried about allow open the center with the king still in the middle. But I guess that is probably the most challenging variant. e5 right now. He's going to play maybe, well, but he can trade queens and later I am losing the pawn on e5. That is a very bad option. So, okay, I'm going to continue with my plan. Let's play bishop b3 to play bishop e3. Attack here. Okay, d3, this was expected. So, yeah, I wanted to bring the rook. Probably I can choose capture to later do the check and bring the king to g8. I think I select that variant because of that. Okay, a5. My opponent is trying to prevent the creation of a backward pawn there, or also preventing b4, b5, attacking the knight, removing the defender of this pawn. Here, I guess I can play h3 to reduce the pressure here on f2 and be able to later bring a rook to d1. So let's do that. Okay, yeah, play d5. He's playing the position very well. Okay, I can capture, bishop c5. It looks like I will be in troubles very soon. I can close with e5. Also, this knight is jumping to g4 in some variants. So I think that right now I have to trade queens. But yeah, I can trade queens and later capture on d5 maybe. Okay, knight f6. This bishop is really quite annoying. I would like to play bishop d3. Okay, maybe also knight f5. This is a good output, but the pawn is under pressure. So I cannot do that. Maybe now I can play rook e1 to protect the pawn and be able to move my knight somewhere. So rook e1 prepares bishop e3. Okay, knight takes on b6. If I take on d5, pawn takes. Well, if I capture on d5, I can create an IQP. I'm going to play, also I can push e5, but I'm going to create the isolated pawn. Okay, he took with the queen. So my idea with this line is bring the rook with check and be able to move the king back to protect a7. Maybe I am very sure that I didn't play the position well. You know, I should have much more than this. But okay, probably with the note to keep a balance game. Okay, he took the open file. He's ready to take some invasion squares, especially the d3 square. So bishop e3, I guess. Bishop takes, rook takes, and that looks good. Okay. Now I have to, well, I have to play. I think that I am talking too much. So I have a check on a4. That square is covered. Bishop e3 to prepare long castle. Makes sense. In case of knight g4, I guess that I can play bishop d4. Okay, he took. Can recapture with the rook or with the pawn. I really want to keep my, my healthy pawn structure. So I'm going to take with the rook. Okay, knight ge2. Now this pawn is hanging. I need to play king ga, I guess. Okay, bishop d4, pinning the knight. Now I can play bishop d4 to prevent the creation of double pawns there. Also long castle, bishop takes, pawn takes. He's castling. Yeah, let's play bishop d4. He can increase the pressure on the pin, but the pawn is hanging. Okay, knight d7. He's doing this knight maneuver. He's trying to put pressure here on the pawn on b3. That is very weak. I can take these outputs on f5, and after knight c5, also maybe rook d3, knight c5. I can trade rooks. Well, to protect the pawn, I need to play rook a3, but after that, the background will be weak. Also, the knight here can connect on d3 with the rook. Yeah, that move was very good. Well, when you cannot defend, you have to look for counterplay. So maybe here, I can bring the rook, and after knight c5, prepare double rooks. He's going to take the pawn on b3. But I can trade everything, or maybe take the 6 rank, the 7 rank, sorry. But yeah, the trouble is that knight here attacks the rook. That's the trouble. Okay, let's see. That move really was very, very annoying. Also, some passive defense like this and this is not an option because black will get the back. I can push c4 to protect b3 with the rook along the third rank, but that really looks horrible. Well, in case of b4, if this knight takes the pawn, eventually this may be hanging as well. Knight f5, knight c5, b4, pawn takes, rook takes, pawn takes, knight takes e5. Yeah, rook a3 will be the other way to protect the pawn, but eventually knight d3 attacking. Okay, I'm going to play knight f5, I guess. Really, I'm not convinced about that. Okay, short castle. I can create this damage in the structure, but really, he will do the same here. So I guess that I'm going to castle long to put more pressure on the isolated knight c5. So the defensive idea was b4, pawn takes, rook takes, pawn takes, knight takes, and I can capture the pawn on e5. Also, yeah, I'm going to. Okay, I'm back. I lost the connection some seconds. Okay, b4. Here, bishop d2. Okay, my opponent is thinking in long castle, what makes a lot of sense. Okay, now really I would like to reinforce the pawn on d5 with another pawn. So I am considering the possibility to play c6, but to play c6, I need to move my knight somewhere. So maybe knight e5, queen b3, c6. Also queen f6, but I don't want to capture pawns, while my development is not complete. Also, my king is more weak. Okay. I think I'm going to play this move to attack the queen. Well, I am creating some tactical motive, but I am looking for consolidate. Okay, now here Blake is taking these outputs. He's looking for this fork. There is no pin, but now d5 is hanging, I guess. Knight takes d5, takes, bishop takes. I cannot see any trouble with that player. I'm going to take the pawn. It looks like a free pawn. Okay, queen b5. He's attacking the bishop here on c5. So I cannot play c6 yet. I think I need to retreat the bishop. Also, I have some sacrifice, knight g4, but that is not working yet. So maybe something like bishop b6, followed by c6. Makes sense? Okay, takes. Now I can take the pawn. If I deflect the knight, I can capture the central pawn. Okay, rook d8, but the bishop on b4 is hanging. Backward move. Yeah, also, well, time pressure. Okay, knight takes here. I can recover the pawn. Going to do that. That was the plan. Okay, long castle. Now I can play c6. Consolidate the structure. Let's do that. Okay, rook e8. This is a skewer. I need to move the knight, and the pawn it will be hanging later. I can defend with f4. Okay, maybe knight g4. I think I am looking for a tactical trick there. Okay, queen 8. I can take these outputs. I can win a pawn. But about win the pawn, I'm not sure about that, because really I don't want to capture some pawns. Without develop the rest of the pieces. The advantage of the capture on f2 is that eventually I can try some bishop g4 move, things like that. But I think here I'm going to play knight c4. Chase the bishop. Okay, my opponent took here. The trap that I was looking for is this capture here with check. If he capture, I have knight f6 check, but he will not capture. Okay, move the knight, but at least I could kick the material balance. So I can come back with my knight f5. And the position is balanced. Black is better here. Well, now this pawn on f7 is hanging. I didn't notice that. So I have an extra pawn now. Those are good news. Okay, my opponent played h4. Wow. Okay. He left the bishop there, and also the pawn is still hanging. I think probably, why not? Maybe it's a good moment to take the pawn. I think so. So I'm going to take it. Okay, he took here on e3. I can recapture with the pawn or with the knight. So my knight here is in the edge of the board and is controlled by the pawn. So I will move my pieces close to the center. So here, okay, bishop c3. I have a check on e3. Also, I can play bishop g4, completing development. How to do that? Increasing the pressure here. Okay, knight d3. He's attacking b2. b3, b4. Looks like the pawn is doomed. If knight c4, b5. If knight b1, knight a4. Knight b1, I guess. Yeah, people is complaining, saying that time is too low, 5 plus 5, when I have 40 minutes. Really, I think I have 30 minutes, well, maybe 40, but remember, guys, I am trying to be didactical for viewers, explaining. Yeah, it looks a little bit unfair, but what can I do? You know, I'm going to lose my time almost talking and talking. So let's play this well. I'm not a fan of 91. 95, c6, knight c4, b5, knight a3, b4. I'm going to play this move. Horrible move, but yeah. Okay. Okay, well, let's see here. He's ready to take the pawn, knight d8. He's going to push. Okay, time to look for counterplay here. Well, okay, not complaining, just starting for future simuls. Maybe add more time for the players, but yeah, it's like 6 minutes for me, really. You know, and 5 minutes if you divide the total number, you know, the players. Okay, b6, I can play knight e6. He's going to push again. Yeah, he's playing well. Okay, let's do this move. Also, he's pushing his queenside majority. That is good. b3. But now if b3, well, if b3, that knight is trapped. Don't have squares available. Well, he have b2. Okay, b2, I can trade knights. And after that, maybe knight f4 to prevent knight d3. Okay, I think this is the unique game going on against Agjet Pound. He's the highest rated opponent, 2100, almost 22. Okay, c4. That makes sense. Take. And now, let's centralize the king to try to stop the outside passer. Yeah, yeah, I thought the same, Agjet, you know? But you have knight b2, you know, saving the knight. Yeah, you were playing pretty good. I am very sure that you should be winning before. So, okay, I can try to stop the pawn right now, but I'm going to keep activating the king. Let's try to centralize the king as much as I can before attack the pawn. My structure in the king side looks solid, so but still very difficult position. King d3, b3, very tricky. And I won't be able to stop the pawn there. King d1, b3, king c1, b2 check. Yeah. Okay, knight d3. Okay, let's play this move. b3, king c1. Okay, now I have to think about how to attack the pawn with the knight. Maybe knight e2, or probably knight e6 to hit the pawn and later knight here. But that check is going to be annoying, so I can try to play also knight b2 to remove the knight from that location. Now king d2, king c3. Okay. Yeah, it was Blake who wrote that comment, by the way. I was confused. Yeah, Blake, you was playing a very good game. Okay, king d2. King c3. Yeah, black. Yeah, now he's trying to attack the base of the pawn chain. Maybe I can play, but if I play g3, he's going to play king e4, getting this square. Let's see. Well, he's going to play knight f4, attacking both pawns at the same time. I guess this game should be a draw. I can play g3, king e4, king takes, king f3. Knight d3, king e2, king c4. I think my best chance to try to complicate the game is this one. Let's try. Well, I need to be careful. It looks like I can lose this position as well. Okay, knight d3. This is what he can play, king g2. Okay, but at least I am pressing a little bit. King c4. Maybe. King d4, king e4. Well, there is 2 extra pawns, so it's still difficult for black defend the position, a practical point of view, but I think it should be a draw. Yeah. Here. Yeah. H4. Pawn takes. Check. King e4. It's going to capture there. I can play king f5. Attacking the knight, and I will win the second pawn. So now with 2 connected pass pawn, this should be winning now, I think. Hoping for a move like knight d5 to do the check and trade the last pieces. It's over after that, but for sure he don't have to play that move. I need to play g4 and later f4, because if I lose this pawn, it will be a draw. But okay, g4 and f4. He's looking for this check. Let's maybe f3, king f4. I don't know, for some reason I like king f4. Okay. Now g5, g6. G7, king h5. Yeah, I did that move without thinking. I think it's not good. Yeah, king f5, king a6, and now this should be a draw. Yeah, there is no way to protect the pawn. Yeah, I played this really very bad. Okay, let's try to play a little bit. Well, the knight is kind of trapped, so maybe f6. Well, if f6, he can just take the pawn for sure. Now he's ready to play this move. Let's do this. Try to be a little bit tricky. Yeah, he needs to activate the knight. I need to remove the target. I have another check here and here. Yeah, this is a draw. Okay, he's offering a draw. I don't think that it is a chance to win this. Okay, well, thank you very much for follow the games. Yeah, and the Simul. I hope you enjoy the game. So I'm going to do a brief review of some critical moments of the games. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, really, I am curious about that game. The variant where the game where the opponent allows the trick in the opening, the 4 knights game. This one. So, yeah. Let's go to the start. Takes. Okay, here this position should be winning for white. I think that I play well. Let me turn on the engine. Okay, e4 is correct. Yeah, and here h5. I knew that this is the move, but for some reason I was worried about knight takes on h5. And after this, queen h4, knight g3, and bishop g4. I think I considered this, but it wasn't clear for me after knight e2 how to continue. But here, the engine says rook ea, and basically white cannot castle, white cannot react with d3. This is the idea, you know. I saw this idea before, but as I never used this in the practice, I forgot completely. So it's very important to combine the theoretical knowledge with the practice to consolidate the learning. But okay, here I play bishop c5, is the second best move. And after d3, open the center to bring the rook towards the center. So I didn't play in the optimal way, but in any case, it was still good. We go back to review another game. Yeah, the most difficult game, this one. Let's do the theoretical review. Okay, the slow Italian, knight f1. Yeah, this is a plan to try to transfer the knight before everything. So probably with knight g4, black can force simplifications. Okay, bishop d6. He decides to pick the pieces on the board. Yeah, too much simplifications here, I guess. h3, rook e1 to defend the pawn. Yeah, and after this move, that it was natural, 97 was very strong. And here, yeah, I was struggling to find a defense. I went for this variant, hoping to, yeah, here f6 is the correct, because black can play knight c5 whenever he wants, so no rush to go for the pawn. First consolidate, because my counterplay was based in deflect the defender of the pawn to recover the pawn. After f6, basically the position will be hopeless for me. I was happy to see this directly, because at least I could recover the pawn. Knight g4. Yeah, and here one more time. He can capture the pawn whenever he wants. So Pierce remove the target to avoid the trick and later win the pawn. But here I dig this trick. He cannot recapture because of the fork. Yeah, and king f8. Positional pattern. He dig this move, and now, yeah, this should be a draw. Later I make a lot of blunders in the endgame. In the endgame, I think I lost the advantage here with this. Yeah, this move. I need to play f3, and after king h5, I guess g7. What would be the difference there? 95. Okay, 95 to protect the pawn without push the pawn. Yeah, I knew that I was winning in the end. Okay, but the game was pretty decent. Yeah, my opponent played very well. He deserved the victory totally. So, okay, the other one, okay, the mistakes in the other games were very clear, I guess. Okay, let's review the game that played by Blake, my student. So beer opening, he still used this like a peer defense. Yeah, now we have a kind of lion variation of the peer defense. So c6, let me open the data. Okay, there is one game. Yeah, I am very sure that, for example, here after knight gf6, yeah, look at this, after here, no gains found on the database. And after knight gf6, we are back in the theory with more than 200 gains. So yeah, this is here you can read peer opening, but really this is the lion variation of the Philidor defense. So, okay, queen b6. Here I develop the pieces, knight gf6, and bishop b3. For some reason, I was concerned about, I wanted to play bishop d3, but I didn't want to lose my pawn. Here, the engine is suggesting, yeah, trade queens, makes sense. But bishop b3, yeah, now black can chase the bishop with the knight with the bishop pair. Okay, d5. This move was premature, I guess. Takes, and now I can create an isolated pawn, and the position after this is really very easy to play. Also, the engine disliked this move because knight b5. I consider the move, but I was focusing in complete development. Short castle. Yeah, knight d4. This is the blunder because this move lose the pawn on d5, but the position, play with the IQP is difficult. I think that the trouble was in the opening. Maybe queen b6 was premature because the queen on d4 is kind of exposed. So black needs to look for d5, bishop c5 at some moment. But, well, by the way, queen b6 is the second engine suggestion here. It's not too bad because of the pressure on b2. But maybe knight gf6 followed by d5. The variant continue in this way. Knight gf6, I guess bishop e3 and d5. White wins the pawn and bishop c5. And this position is really very dynamic because black is castling short and getting the open file with coordinating with the pieces on knight g4 as well. Very difficult in the practice. White is scoring well, but black have the initiative. That is always very important. Okay, well, thank you very much for follow the games. I hope you enjoy it. Hopefully I will do another stream. See you soon.